Hi everybody, this is the tutorial for Beautiful That Way. My name's Billy from Piano and Pies. Let's get stuck straight in. To play the song the easiest, we need a capo on the first fret, and there is a introduction. And what we're going to do is focus on strumming the chords, and what we have is a C major chord to begin with, which is a 3 on the A string, 2 on the D, an open G, 1 on the B, and an open E string. There are 3 other chords for the introduction. We'll talk through those first, and then we'll talk about the strumming and structure afterwards. The second chord is an A minor chord, which is an open A string, 2 on the D and G, 1 on the B, and an open E. We then have a bit of an awkward chord, which is technically, in the key that we're in, an G sharp major chord. We will need to play this as a bar chord, which is 4 on the E string. Remember, this is in reference to the capo. Then we have 6, 6, then 5, 4, 4 over here. So that is the third chord. That's the one awkward chord in this opening part, before we resolve to a G major chord. And that G major chord is a 3 on the E string, 2 on the A, 0, 0, 0 on the D, G and B, and then a 3 on the high E. Now during the introduction, they are playing the guitar by picking the notes of the chord, where you can basically just start with the lowest note of the chord and go from the lowest note down 3, 1, 2, 3, and then go to some of the higher strings and play in that direction 3 times. You could do that, however I'll be focusing purely on strumming, which is what we see throughout most of the song. And what you can do is strum in counts of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is just down, 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 down. And I'm accenting the first and the fourth just to provide a little bit of texture to the playing, a little bit of variety to make it sound interesting. Yeah, just pushing the strumming. So that introduction, C, A minor, G sharp major and G major are the chords of the introduction. We then get to the big part of the song, which I'm going to label as the chorus. It's quite a long section. And what happens is we start off with C major. But then we get a new chord of E minor, which is an open E string, 2, 2 on the A and D strings, and then 0 on the remaining strings. So it goes from C to E minor. Then we go to A minor. And then I have an F major chord. 3 on the D, 2 on the G, 1, 1 on the B and E. I'm using a flat finger to help play the last 2 strings. So the first part of this chorus, because there's quite a few parts, so yeah, the first part is the C to E minor, A minor to F. Now just before I show you the next part of the song, where the chords change quite a lot, if you are interested in getting the chord chart for this, which has all the chords in the correct order with the full structure, as well as a sheet with the chords and lyrics matched up, let's say you want to know exactly which chord goes with which word, head on over to Patreon because I've got you covered. Everything's rolled out professionally, and for the price of a coffee, not only do you get access to this song, but well over 400 other songs of the latest releases, plus a couple of other Miley Cyrus songs as well. Anyway, let's look at the next part of the chorus. So directly after the chords we've just played, we have almost the same thing. C, E minor, A minor, and then instead of going to F major, we're going to go to F minor. Now this is a bit of an awkward one. There are a few ways of playing this. Basically, you're going to bar the bottom 3 strings with that one finger, so 1, 1, 1. And then this ring finger goes over to fret 3 on the D string. It's a bit of an awkward one, you do need a lot of pressure with that hand. If you're familiar with the minor bar chord, and you're comfortable with that, feel free to play that. But yeah, I'll be playing that version there. So the second line of the chorus has an F minor instead of the F major. The third out of the 4 parts changes things yet again. It does start with the C major. And then instead of E minor, we have E major, which is just like the E minor, and then we get that pointy finger on fret 1 of the G string. We then have F major to F minor. So just let me play through that part once so you can see how all that fits together. See? E major, F major, F minor, and I'd love to say that that is the end of the chorus, but there's one more part where things change yet again. We have C major, G major, and then C major. So, there is good news. The next part of the song repeats everything we've just done, but let me play through that section all in one go. I'll shout out the chords just so you know how this all fits together. But yeah, that link on Patreon has everything wrote out, so it saves you from having to try and memorise it all. But anyway, here we go. C major, E minor, A minor, F major, and then C, E minor, A minor, F minor, C, E major, F major, F minor, C, G, and C. So if you were to play all of those chords 2 times in a row, then you've got yourself the first 2 main parts of the song, which I'm labelling as the chorus. There is then a new part, which I'm going to call the bridge. Things do change, and we have to go from that G sharp major bar chord that we had earlier, starting on fret 4 up from the capo. And what we're going to do is play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, again 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, C, and again. Then back to the G sharp, again. We then go to a G natural sus4, so G sus4, which is a G major chord, but you can see I've changed the fingering for it. Now my ring finger's on the 3rd fret of the E string, my middle finger's on 2 of the A string, 0, 0 on the D and G, and now my pointy finger can get to fret 1 of the B string, and that means that's the sus4 note, and then little finger can go on the high string like it was earlier. And then we release to play a regular G major. So it's from the G sharp to the G sus4 and the G major. A lot of chords to try and remember. And then we have a couple more bars of the G sharp major to end the bridge section. And then we get to my technically favourite part, probably your least favourite, because it is a key change, and everything that we played in the chorus moves up 1 semitone or 1 fret in this direction. Now, the awkward thing is, that's going to turn the vast majority of what we play into bar chords. If you really, really wanted to, you could quickly get the capo, move it up 1 fret, and then play the same chord you did for the chorus. That would work perfectly. However, it's very rare that we do that because it's a bit awkward to do, especially if you're playing the song in one go along with the track. So I'm going to show you the chords whilst having the capo in the same place. It just means we're going to have to play a lot of bar chords. So here we go. Here's the final part of the song where we have bar chords. So what we're going to do is have from fret 4 up on the A string, we're going to build up a 4, 6, 6, 6. Technically, the key that we're in is a D flat major chord. And we'll play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll then go to fret 1 and build a minor bar chord, which is 1, 3, 3, and then 1 on the remaining strings. We then go down to 1 on the A string and build a minor bar chord there. 1, 3, 3, 2, 1. And then build a major chord from fret 2. This is our G flat major chord. 2, 4, 4, 3, 2, 2. So that first part of this new key changed chorus is this. We then go back to the D flat. then the F minor, and the B flat minor. Then go to the G sharp major, release your finger. I apologise if it looks like I'm giving you the finger, I promise I'm not. And we turn that into a G flat minor. We then go for the third part, D flat. Go to here, add the finger, and then make that a F major chord. Upper fret for G flat major, and then G flat minor by releasing that middle finger. So yeah, the third part, because yeah, there's loads going on here, we have the D flat. We then just build the major bar chord shape on the top string, fret 4. Then back to D flat. Then the G flat major we had. D flat, G flat, and then finally play a D flat major chord and you've got yourself to the end of the song. So yeah, that is an absolutely huge amount of chords. So yeah, I've got you covered over on Patreon. Price of a coffee and you get access to this song where everything is wrought out professionally for you. So feel free to check that out. And yeah, you get access to well over 400 other songs as well. In fact, I also want to say thanks to the people on the screen who are my active patrons. The moment this video goes live, they'll get access to that content straight away. So thanks to them for their support. Thanks to you for watching as well. And I'll catch you in the next one.